Again I recall half of smart action has to offer us. It's not bide time I know, now the truth. The way things portray things turn out? The summary of this book was for addressing our bearers in the apocalyptic tyranny. Over all else. To muster enough to you all and get this book published. It's come to me not everyone enters your life silently. The moral is to choose your actions in the grand scheme. How things play out and acknowledge them to care enough that the joke has nobody to laugh at. Never we mention I'm back in the States without a care in the world. And was happy and didn't know what expected to happen. When all else is over I screamed for joy to awaken all of me. Never in Rome but, to portray it comes true. The prophecy that the girl who paves the way, as humanly possible. By ourselves it's not the touching ending we deserve. Nor can I tell, back time not to work or I'd be in an alternate reality? After the gods suffice me to play a factor in shaping how I live from now. Until, no one guess it. Die of old age. To ponder to reason how smart action and live life accordingly. Never must I falter to let others enjoy a free preview now, till the end of time. Without disregard I bring you back pages and let it all be sincere. That's the new God, I am. Without any sense of remorse action speaks louder than words, here. Never suffice when all else brings to the plate your vengeance. And in it fixation in the highest decree. No one fails to know that attitude unjust makes it out in one piece. When this day gradually comes to a close. No one thinks serious attitude is unpleasant except the mock mind. No one is at fault except those deciding their fate. For themselves. With no one backing them up. As opposed to me, I write silly on how I am, a governor of my own fate. That ties the will of God, Almighty. As my successor know that I am in control of the latter God, and appeal to some. To loss to our powers when we freak they laugh it up. No one even God intended not to happen was Michael's lightning strike. Supposed to happen, already. As I'm writing this. That's it, no more story you think, wrong? But it's about Jesus you think? No one mention a Mexican but, Poppers and Jason as advocates? The moral we reach out one time. I am a bearer of people's burden, he said. Never do the unthinkable that matches the truth? That's how he said it and Jay knows he has to bite. The moral is no one knows, no bounds. To etch their rivalry to a T, and witness tyranny led by Michael himself. That's a car ride on the way to Michael's and he is about to flip the switch. That means no one even concur, others not to trifle, on God's attempt at replacing him. The thought lingers of his smelly room. To a T. Is exactly the reason not to trust the publisher. At work? No one judges and deal a card hand dealt you by ruining this day. That's not why I attempt to come. They pick me up on a cord. To drop by Michael's. In his figment everything is fine without words, the thought of Polly. Nothing is nice enough to hear the end in 2017, you think? No. It's 2011. The old Polly seemed closer at 14 to a 20-year-old me. I digress, some thoughts hover over others. He swears you can't get the thought of Polly. Whatever that means. To each his own. Without harshness I can tell, he think? No, it's treason by the Green Knight, just like to King Arthur himself. Never accusations go a long way. You know what we did there? I ask you. It's wonder why Michael can't have anyone over. Like I didn't tell him I brought Bud, no, not like that. I wish I was there and he told to come over, not with them? And I don't know what he means. It's not don't bring me, he thinks. But he thinks Polly can't come or he has to be driven. When no one didn't talk to him the whole way. And he says he doesn't have to come? The big beluga sounded sure of himself. Not what he's making imagine up. I told him I can come over. And that's enough for him, you think? No, he has Eric over in love life, he says, not to mention his mom's home all of a sudden. And nothing upsets him more than he doesn't know why he has to care about you. Spoken to me. You know this upset is out of the blue. Why has it, with him? He thinks it's up to comfort. Not to care to say he has other plans. This goes to show you he's not at all up for it. At teasing and harassing he acts heinous. And there's nothing to get over besides his act. And all he says is there you all are? And make it about that they love Polly. Why the sudden change? And he says are you, okay? I'm not wanting that many guests over. He thinks that's okay? But you saying us to go come over. And we told you we'll bring him, already? You act like that's not what we told you. And Eric benign that. With. Here he is. There's treason in getting egged on, doesn't change the fact you forgot your plans. Stem to suspicion. You know there's nothing up for grabs? You think? Says Felix. Know that out the way he wasn't there, either. The way Eric taunted him was we could kill Polly. That's what he meant. And that's not part of the fun. All of a sudden. Never let your back be turned. He listens to Michael supposedly? But how can I predict you will meet Eric? Without us knowing him. I meant with a K. Be taken so seriously from a rapist. Now we know. Not to not care about Michael Poppers, just acted coolly and let us know. You're safe. Why killing Polly is not part of the agenda. That at all sounds indifferent, but Michael darted to the room. Like this was stage, he thinks he has to sound calm. And not like Polly if Eric hates him. I didn't get to know that even after the trail from God. Did his insult to injury doesn't deserve rep, it draws on nothing, but Flakestar, and not on so many levels did I cower to, I'm fucking stupid. We call off at the end of the adventure and the last thing was Fernando, Adam, Cameron, Michael, even Jason had what's coming. The subconscious. So we spend the next couple of days to say our farewell. And that deserves rep, that, not Adam but, Fernando valued a life that day. Close to the contrary of said avert it all, lose ties. No one took it seriously, was a heaven that guy wanted to execute me. Who knows what they did, ecstasy. And wonder why Polly gets it late to be the leader of said heavenly Hallianizing. This was a detective work through the ages. It's not that life has doors open, shut to some. Without a doubt there's others worried about the cause. Making useful people not point that out. He knows. Fernando knows. That's to some history up before the gods found me in chambers in Cambodia. That's the nicest place to call every office, like some game played out to be the victor. What's more is some of you realize a life is not wanted. But, the stupidest incarnation or evil split off. To make Michael the bad guy. We told him to stop, I don't know how, he hears it. Like it's a game? No one fruit labor ever comes out on top. Without feelings of remorse. Well, we get it, Fernando. That's why to give you this girl. Like you can't pull on Allie. You were wrong?